Hey guys, it is Trashton here, and today I'm going to be talking about what travel baseball team I'm going to be playing for next season. So if you guys did not know, the team I was playing for last year is Legacy, and they are out of the Legacy Center here in Brighton, and I just do not like them anymore, or I didn't. The team's basically breaking up because half the team is going off and they're not even playing baseball anymore. Most of them are playing football for their high school, and that's what their main focus is. Some of them play basketball. But there's a few of us, like 4 or 5 of us, that are still playing baseball, and we've all decided to go different ways. So the team that I'm playing for is right here, the Brighton Bulldogs, and that is the city that I live in, and I'm going to be playing for that team. And so basically, here's the story. I've been playing on this team for 2 years right here, and they used to be a different team. As you can see right here, the Michigan Lasers, and that was a team I played for 2 years ago. And so basically, the reason I got into that team was because some of the kids moved on to different teams or different sports. But so that's how I got into that team. And then this year, fast forward, it's the same team right here. It's a different logo and team name, but is all the same players. They decided to keep the same team, even though they had a tryout, and they had to tell like about 50 kids who tried out, all of them say no. Anyways, we played 2 years together, and it was pretty fun. The first year, I think, was way better than this year. A lot of us were more into it, I guess, the first year. We were having a lot more wins and, I guess, more fun. But this year is when it went kind of downhill, I guess. So the first year we played together, it was a lot better, and we won more games, and it was all in all just a better season. But this year, when we played together, we lost a lot more than we won, and yeah, that's just pretty much it. So let's get this out of here, and we'll put this on. Wait, this is actually my brother's hat, so I'm going to go grab that. Alright, so I'm just going to be doing this. There you go. Not trying to get any headlights or anything. But anyways, so this is my new team. It's going to be called Brighton Bulldogs Black. And so the story of the tryout is I went there, and the tryout was for both teams. And there's a black and an orange team. And so basically the black team is like the A team, and then the orange one's like the B team. They try to make it seem like that it's not like that, but it's actually like that. So it was a 2-day tryout, Saturday and Sunday. So I went there at Hawkins Elementary. That's where they try out. There's a bunch of fields there. That's where most of the teams play. That's where our home field is, actually. And so tried out for them, knowing that if I did not make either of those teams, then I wouldn't have a team to play for, really. So the first day we went there, I got my number on my back. You know, the coach put it on there. Number 39. I didn't get to choose. It was just like one of those numbers that they can tell who's who. And so we went out there. First thing we did was outfield, basic stuff. Then we went to infield. Then we went to hitting after that and pitching at the same time. So it was batting practice, and then on the side there was pitching practice. But that's what we did there. And then the second day was basically the same thing, but it was a little bit more relaxed, I guess, because I knew what to expect. And I think I did pretty well. So going back to this team right here, Legacy, we actually played this team right here, Brighton Black. They were in our division, in our league, and we played them. They usually do double headers against most teams. So we played them 2 games in 1 day at our home field, at Legacy's home field. It wasn't, of course, at the Legacy Center because they didn't have their fields ready. And that was a big reason of why I did not choose to play for them again. Because they made us spend a lot more money than we should have, promising that we would have fields to play on. And we didn't have fields to play on. So that's it. But as you saw in that home run derby video, they had the fields ready for the season coming up. No, I'm thinking about 2 years ago. So last year, or this year, I guess, we played them at their home field at Hawkins. And they actually beat us the first game, which actually was the game that counted. And then the second game was the game that was just a scrimmage, just for fun. And we actually won, like Legacy right here, this team. And so that's what that was. But it was kind of just relaxed game and just having fun. We actually played a lot of different positions that we should have. And that was actually the first time I got to pitch in the whole season. And I got a 1, 2, 3 inning. And then it was like striking out almost every person. But then the next inning, I walked a bunch of guys, and then I was out of it. But, so later in the season, we played them in a tournament, and they beat us again. It was actually a close game. There was a walk-off. They hit a walk-off, and they won. Not a walk-off home run, just a walk-off run. But they beat us, and they were looking like a pretty good team, actually. I don't know what I was thinking about them before, but not after that. I thought they were a pretty good team. So I actually know about 8 out of the 11 guys on the team, or probably 9, something like that, personally, because they're all from my school. But some of them I haven't talked to before, but I know most of them. So that was when I decided that if this team that I was on, the Legacy right here, did not decide to have a team, which they did not, at the end of the season, then I would try out for this team right here, and that's what ended up happening. So the next day, or not actually the next day, it was a couple days after, my mom got a call from the head coach of the black team because I was unsure of what team I made. Or I wasn't even sure if I made a team because they were leaving us hanging for a while. They said they had to make their decisions, you know. But they were making their decision. It took them about 3 days to make their decisions. And once they did, I got a call. My mom got a call, actually. And once she got off the phone, she told me that I made the black team. And that made me happy. This is going to sound kind of cocky, but I believed that I should have had a spot on that team. And I did. But their original thoughts was that they were going to keep their whole team, as we did a couple of years ago on this team right here. But I thought that's what they were going to do. I was a little bit scared because I didn't really want to play for the orange team. For one, I wasn't friends with most of the players on that team, and I didn't really know them. Some of them I didn't even know from my school. And I didn't think they had as much talent as they did on the black team. And I just thought that the black team would be a better place for me. So that's what made me a little bit stressed out, like a couple days before we had the announcement that we were going to be, which team I was on. So I was just a little bit in the back of my head over here. I was like, well, I don't want to play on this orange team. Just want to play on the black team. And if I don't get on that team, then where am I going to play? So I was considering like not even playing for a travel team and just waiting till high school if that would have happened. But luckily, everything worked out, and I'm going to be on the black team, so that's pretty good. Another thing that made that team a little bit better was that last year they actually went up to Canada to play a tournament, and I heard about that on one of their players' Instagram. I know some of them from that, and they showed the picture. I thought it was cool that they went up there because the only places we went were here in Michigan. But saying as they went all the way to a different country to play a tournament, they must have different cool destinations that they're planning for next year because of the fact that they know about my channel and they support it. So I want them to get in the videos, and they want to be in the videos, and I want to make some good videos, so I want them to be in it. I want me to be in it, of course, but yeah. If you guys have any questions about my decision, please leave it in the comments. You guys can roast me if I made the wrong decision, but I think I did. So that's pretty much it. Also leave in the comments if you guys think that I should do some vlogs of the games. Some of the kids on the team were recommending that I do that. I thought it would be pretty cool to do. So if you guys would like to see that, go ahead and put it down there, and I'll consider doing it once we get to the season. Thank all of you for watching, and shout out to Sean and Joey from the team for being subscribed to my channel, and that's about it. Peace out.